What's up with y'all boys, man? It's your boy Jordan, this bitch quack and this bitch Dub, man, and this bitch, bro. As you see, we got creator Tyler. He's trending for all of the wrong reasons right now. And we gotta dive up into it. We gotta see why. Like on like shit going on. It's like 2025, the late end. It's the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, and he trending. Tyler with no album. You know what I'm saying? We gotta dig deep into this. But hey, man, if y'all hearing this, I want y'all to like the video. If you're seeing this, I want you to comment. Tell me what you doing. Tell me what you ate. Nigga, you already know how it goes. You know it. Yeah, but we better dive into this video because I really want to see what the creator has been trending for and what is about. But let's get into it.
Is currently experiencing one of the harshest. Now,
Damn, he get right up into the bitch. No intro, no nothing. I like those glasses though.
Tyler the Creator is currently
Let's go.
experiencing one of the harshest realizations any artist can face. The reality of the audience he built. If you've been on social media these last few days, you've probably seen Tyler face the reality of the audience he
I ain't
built.
gonna
If
lie,
you've been on social
this nigga teeth big as a bitch. This nigga teeth big as a bitch. I ain't gonna fight. I ain't gonna fake it. This nigga teeth is humongous.
media these last few days, you've probably seen Tyler the Creator's name getting dragged all over the timeline. A lot of people still
As long as Tyler Creator hater, this has been a very great week for me. Damn, this nigga got real on haters for what?
don't understand what's actually happening right now. Because this isn't just about a couple old tweets resurfacing. It's not even about a disrespectful comment section. It's really about what happens when your own fan base, the one that made you famous, grows into something you can no longer control. And Tyler is in the middle of that fire right now. In this video, I'm not only going to recap the drama, but I'm also going to show you guys why this moment is actually terrifying for any artist, but especially a black artist with a massive non-black audience. And why Tyler might be living through the exact consequences he spent the last decade trying to avoid. Now, Tyler the Creator is a name or face I think almost everybody recognized by this point. He's been in the music game for over 15 years, ever since the early Odd Future days, back when he was loud, rebellious, and unapologetically weird. And over that time, he's gone on to build one of the most loyal and cult-like fan bases in modern music. However, that same fan base is now at the center of a major dilemma. Tyler has been in serious hot water these last few days, and it all started with something incredibly innocent. A tribute post to the legendary neo-soul icon D'Angelo, who recently passed.
Who? D'Angelo Grammy-winning neo-soul pioneer dies age 51. Singer known for tracks such as Brown Sugar and Title How Does It Feel died at home from cancer. Oh no, that's sad. Yo, rest in peace. But I don't even know Brown Sugar.
Away from pancreatic cancer. Tyler put up a heartfelt post honoring his legacy on Instagram, and instead of treating it with the seriousness it deserved, a portion of his fan base flooded the comments asking when he was going to drop music and essentially saying things completely unrelated to the tribute. And they weren't.
Isn't that what every artist fan base kind of do? If I'm not mistaken, it's like you go to like Young Boy shit, he post some like whack shit or like Lil Dirt, for example. Let's say even though he in jail right now, you know, he posts, you'll be like, hey, nigga, what an album. Is this not normal?
Acknowledging the loss. They weren't even present in the moment with him. Tyler eventually turned the comment section off, and that's when the situation took a turn.
You
Because
can't.
shortly after, he
That's one thing. Look, I learned you can't do that, bro. You know, you just gotta roll with the punches. You gotta do everything, but like, you can't show that it's getting to you by turning the comments off. That's something I would not do.
liked a tweet on Twitter that said, and I quote, Tyler's fanbase hates black music despite Tyler himself having a very deep love and appreciation for it. Nigga has Charlie Wilson, Erykah Badu, and DJ Drama, etc. collaborations, and they still refuse to engage with black art on any meaningful level, very cannibalistic. So the tweet was basically saying Tyler's own fanbase benefits from black culture because that's what he is. He's black and he's a product of it, right? But they don't actually respect or engage with black culture itself. In other words, they love Tyler's aesthetics, his personality, his
So basically, what I'm hearing is they love that they love his music, his aesthetic and stuff, but he's black. But they found like the common ground and they loving him. But anything outside of that, they're not fucking with.
influence,
That's what I'm
but
getting.
not the actual roots of the art he comes from. And right after liking it, Tyler fired back with a tweet of his own.
I'm not really a cupcake. But I am super
Um,
baked. Thanks to Mood Can.
Mood is
no
third-party
ads.
tested,
I'm
so you
sorry,
know
man.
it's
I
safe.
don't got
And
YouTube
ships
TV.
legally
I'm
and
sorry. I'm
discreetly.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
where he said
No,
these
thank you.
sun dodgers are out of control, man. He ended up deleting this tweet, by the way.
These
But if you're not
sun
familiar with the
dodgers.
term, it's another way of saying white people. Now, here's where things flipped, okay? Because almost instantly, the spotlight turned back onto Tyler himself. The internet didn't just criticize the fans, they started scrutinizing Tyler's past. And it sparked a conversation about the exact type of audience he has cultivated. And the focus shifted from his fans are being disrespectful to, no, wait a second, you created them. A lot of the criticism was centered around this exact idea that Tyler made this kind of behavior feel acceptable inside his own fan base. Because let's be honest, most of us remember the early Odd Future era. Tyler's music, his skits, even his tweets, that era of Tyler was extremely loud, edgy, and a lot of times offensive on purpose. And now those old tweets are resurfacing again, tweets that Tyler himself has actually been deleting in real time over the past few days. For example, here's one that started spreading everywhere. I hate Black History Month. Why the F do you have to fucking separate niggas still?
What,
Now, there are
nigga?
a bunch of other tweets. Why the
Like, bro, listen, you can't give niggas like, bro. I hate Black History Month. Why the fuck do you have to fucking separate niggas still always paying homage to our heroes? Fuck that. Yeah, gang. Yeah, these sometimes you just gotta shut your fucking mouth. What the fuck is you saying?
F do you have to fucking separate niggas still? Now, there are a bunch of other tweets that people started digging up, but that's just one that ended up going super viral. So that's where the tone of the conversation changed completely, right? Now, Tyler has faced this type of backlash before, but this time I think this one is definitely different because for the first time, the outrage wasn't just about what he said in the past, it was directly tied to the people he speaks to right now. It wasn't just Tyler's fan base are being disrespectful, it became no. This is actually your fault. That Tyler didn't just attract this kind of audience, he helped shape them. Through the early Odd Future era, the shock value, the edgy jokes, the reckless tweets, people are now arguing that Tyler normalized this behavior in his fan base that made it feel acceptable to laugh at black pain, to mock black issues, to consume black culture without ever truly respecting it or trying to understand it. And let's be real, Tyler's fan base has always been majority white, especially in the early Odd Future era. 90% of his audience back then
Yeah,
was young white
I don't
males
know. I
who
met
were
a couple
frantically
black
online, who loved
Tyler
that
fans.
edgy, chaotic energy he was giving them. Yes, black kids were there too, but what really blew him up at first was that wave of white internet kids who felt like they finally had, permission to be wild and say anything in the name of being
Ah,
edgy. But over the years, as Tyler has evolved as an artist and stepped further into his creative maturity, his audience has obviously expanded. At this point, Tyler speaks to everybody: teenagers, middle aged white women, black fans, Hispanic fans, older people, fashion kids, music nerds, and so forth. His reach is not only massive, but his fan base is way more diverse than it was 10 years ago, right? However, the
so
internet doesn't care about evolution, it cares about origin. And that's exactly where the backlash went. So now Tyler's basically being held accountable for creating the very behavior he's now denouncing. People are calling him hypocritical, saying you can't complain about the same people who made you famous. And on the other hand, some of those white fans are looking at it like, wait, what? You made it
talking
okay
about
for us
us
to act like this, right? It's
on
almost like a
game.
kid in a grocery store acting all wild, and the mom tries to suddenly calm him down, and the kid looks at her like, calm down, this is how you raised me. Except for the fact that these aren't 8-year-olds. These are people between, I would estimate, 20 and 26 years old at this point, maybe 18, 24,
Yeah, I ain't
26,
like
somewhere
acting like that as a grown man or adult, whatever, my nigga, is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You shouldn't even really be too entitled to other people's lives, I believe.
there, if I had to make a rough estimation, right?
Is
Some of
that
them have
Zendaya?
literally grown up on Tyler since 2011. They're 12-year-old, rough estimation, right? Some of the future era, and now they're fully grown adults. However, still wired the same exact way, and that's what's being exposed right now. So Tyler is now being forced to face the reality that's a very big part of his own creation. But at the same time, this isn't something he can fully control, right? These are real individuals making their own decisions about
That's
how
what I'm
they
saying.
choose
That's why I kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how to take this because, like, he's just a man. You get what I'm saying? He can't control what niggas think or what they say or what they believe. It's kind of hard, but I understand that because, like, he's been allowing this to go on and he's been encouraging it by, you know, acting on it. You can't
to
just
show
like
up,
you can't
regardless
be
of
one
whether Tyler
side and the next
contributed to
side
shaping that
won't.
behavior during his younger years. The truth is, Tyler is 34 years old as of today, right?
Right, Unc? What the fuck you doing? Yo, this nigga Unc making. Come on, girl. You can't. Yeah, I understand the culture switch up now. I understand. You
during
34, my
his
nigga.
younger
You
years.
old.
The truth is, Tyler is 34 years old as of today, right? He's not the same man he was back then when Odd Future first blew up. He's evolved into something far more intentional, thoughtful, and artistically refined. Because, like many black artists, Tyler didn't just make music, he became an entry point into black culture for an entire generation. And at the same time, he became a home for black kids who never felt like they fit anywhere. Too black for the white kids and too white for the blacks. Earl Sweatshirt said that once. And it stuck with a lot of people, including myself. Artists like Tyler and Earl, right, have become more than just celebrities. They became a voice for people who never had one. But here's where things get complicated, because the same people Tyler represents racially are not the same people contributing to his pockets monetarily. And that matters because Tyler isn't just an artist. He's a black artist, and the black experience comes with a very specific type of weight and responsibility. You don't just stay a musician for long. The moment you start influencing the culture and the world, you unintentionally become an educator in a lot of ways.
Nigga, what? Nah, man, we don't agree with him now, bro. Like, what am I looking at? What am I looking at right here? Come on, gang. It's like every artist. I'm starting to see the pattern, dude. It's like every artist that you have to like when they blow up, whenever, you know what I'm saying, they always end up doing some crazy shit like this. Why am I looking at an upside down cross on my nigga hat?
The moment you start influencing the culture and the world, you unintentionally become an educator in a lot of ways, or a reference point, if you will, an entry point into blackness itself, especially for people outside of it. And a lot of non black kids grew up on Tyler not just because he was wild and unfiltered, not just because he was saying things they couldn't say, but because he gave them access to a world they were never fully a part of. But that's where things get a little bit blurry, right? Because in Tyler's early years, his entire identity was built on I don't care, I can say whatever I want. And when you build your brand on that, you naturally remove the boundaries for the people supporting you, and people stop knowing what's satire and what's an actual reflection of how you view your own people, right? And once that line is gone, they stop treating it like art and start treating the way you move like permission. And to Tyler's own flaw, I don't think he fully understood the weight of that back then. He was just being himself. He wasn't trying to be a cultural ambassador. But as he evolved, his music evolved as well. And Flower Boy in 2017 was the turning point. That was the album where everything shifted for Tyler. The
That
first
was a
time
good
he
album. That was a good album. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good album.
fully embraced vulnerability, softness, introspection, and that was also around the time he seemingly came out the closet, right? With lines like, I've been kissing white boys since 2004. It marked the beginning of a whole new era. One where Tyler became the embodiment of the same freedom he once used to mock. And that's something a lot of artists struggle with. You lean into something early on to stand out, and you attract people who fall in love with that version of you, but
You
later
can't
when you
change.
grow and evolve, mature, a part of your audience refuses to come with you on that journey. So now the question becomes, to what extent should Tyler be held accountable for cultivating an audience like this in the first place? That's a question I have to you, because he doesn't really have the authority to control how they show up. That part of
Nah.
his fan base, in my opinion, is a virus he's never going to be able to fully contain. How I look at it is, at the end of the day, it comes down to the individuals who made the decision not to grow with him. And I genuinely believe a big portion of his audience, even if they'll always call themselves fans, will never actually evolve with him.
I believe those are not his real fans, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause I believe if you made something from scratch and niggas fuck with you, and as you know, as years go on, time go on, you have to develop, you have to grow. You should be getting better every day, each day. And like as you mature, those should mature with you. And like you should just have the self general respect, not even say no crazy wild shit, even though like that was his image back then. But there's lines to some shit. There's lines to some shit. But yeah, but I feel like those who don't support him, they're not really his fans. And I honestly don't think this is really too much his fault because he can only control so much as a person. You know what I'm saying? You can only move forward.
They'll most likely permanently stay stuck in that era they discovered him in. Meanwhile, Tyler himself evolved far past their pace and far past their expectations. And in 2025, it's clear he's not even remotely the same person he was back then. So, we literally change as human beings on a day-to-day basis. Our
That's what I'm
habits
saying.
change, our mindset changes. Our identity shifting every single second, even our bodies on a cellular level, right? And Tyler's evolution as an artist has shifted completely from where he started. And he obviously knows that. But to his own right, he refuses to be caged into a version of himself he's already outgrown. And the truth is, Tyler is never going to be able to fully escape the accusations tied to the fact that
Of
he once
course.
mocked his own people back then, right? Even if you looked at it as he was trolling or if you looked at it as he was hateful, doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, he helped lower the boundary for how far his own fans felt like they could go. And the reality is, that is a part of his story, history now. No matter how uncomfortable that past may look in hindsight, at some point you still have to face the reality of your own creation, even if you're no
Makes
longer that
sense.
person anymore, right? And no matter how much criticism he continues to get, I truly believe this is a battle Tyler will always have to fight. And the only real way to fight it, if you ask me, is not by
Mhm.
debating the internet, which he's obviously not doing right now, but it's by firmly reminding the world and himself that he is not the same man he once used to be.
All right, that was smooth. That was smooth. And I honestly, in my whole heart opinion, I believe it's not his fault. You can only control so much as you can control. You are you. You can only control you as a person. You grow every day. He's trying, from what I'm knowing, he's going the route he wants to go, the mature, positive route. You know everything else, bro. But I think his fans and everybody else who support him, claim they do support him, should route with him. But yeah, that's it, man. That was a good video. That was really good. I actually like that. But man, if y'all enjoyed this video, man, hey, at first, man, comment down, man. Let me know how y'all feel on this side. Do you think he's getting canceled for nothing, or you think this is worth it? Let me know, man. If y'all hearing this, like the video. Let me know what y'all want, bro. I got y'all. But other than that, man, Duck Man out, bro. See you next video. Quack.